Yo, peace, world, hard talk. Know what time it is. This segment today, man. If you see what I titled it, is God and Mark Twain. Now, those of y'all that read books, that love literature like me, and it's classical literature. That's stuff they put in the school curriculum for us in the South country. It's about country kids, but it's I think he lived what late 1800s, early 1900s. I ain't sure the time period, but I'm sure it was the 1900s, early 1900s. He was a country dude, you know what I mean, and a philosopher, man. But Mark Twain is something that he said, man, that I think about a lot, reflect on, man. He said, uh, God made man in his image. So those that believe the Bible, it say that in there. God made man in his image. That means God made us to be like him, to think like him, to act like him to a degree, and to look like him to a degree. Let us make man in our image. That's really what it say, our. So some people interpretation that is the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. But it says our image. So that's in the Bible. But if we made into God's glorious image, hey, you gotta love yourself, bro. That's why I tell people that's deep. But the second part of what Mark Twain said, he said, God made man in his image. And then man turned around and made God, us people turn around and make God in our image. Ooh, that's a bar, bro. People that love rap, especially battle rap, they always say that's bars, nigga. But really consider what he's saying right here. We were supposedly made in God's image, but then we turned it around and we said, this is how God looked. And it's real funny, man. Every religion from different cultures. Buddha is an Asian dude. He's an overweight Asian dude. You got what religion is that? With the guy with like 4 or 5 different Vishnu. I think that's Hindu religion. He looks like an Indian from India. Christianity looks like a European though. And you see the picture of the white Jesus on a lot of black people homes and other cultures. But I have been in a Chinese restaurant one time, a Korean chicken place. It was out in Portsmouth. They had the Korean Jesus on the, and I couldn't knock that because I'm like, well, at least they got their own interpretation. Us black people is the only ones that's raised, another form of brainwashing. When you really look at it, we the only ones that's raised with somebody this is the representation of your God. And he looks like somebody that don't look like you. Because, a lot of white people grew up Catholic or maybe Southern Baptist, and they got that picture of the white Jesus there. So it looks like them. And we're going to get deep into this, man. Because it's not just with actual religion and actual gods and deities and whatever people believe in. Because you can go back in the day, the Vikings. Thor, Marvel, they straight hijacked that idea like they hijacked a lot of shit. They hijacked Professor X and Magneto. That's Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. The motherfuckers can try to twist shit around all they want. This it wasn't inspired by the man. It's the exact same story, bro. Mutants hate it for no reason. Okay, you can switch over to Star Wars. The evil empire and the rebel forces fighting back. Who is the evil empire in this world we living in today? It look like America to me. Then you got the stormtroopers. They can't shoot. That's like the police. There's a lot of metaphors and some people be like, you reaching, nah, you ain't using your brain, my nigga. Or some people use their brain, they want to shut their eyes off. What was that movie, Eyes Wide Shut? You don't want to see what it is. I see what it is. I'm not going to. It's bad a lot of times. People don't want to accept that. But if it's bad, it's bad. It's like spoiled food. The expiration date might say July. But if I smell that milk or I open that bag of chicken up and the shit stink, it's expired. I don't give a fuck what that bag say. And I'm throwing that shit in the trash before I put it in my body. And it's the same thing with information and knowledge. A lot of people is running around with spoiled, poisoned product, bro, up here. And then here in their heart, bro. And that's a sad thing. Well, people don't trying to slide across the mental, man. So all these different gods, like I said, the Vikings, they had the Norse gods back in the day, which is Thor, Loki, Odin. Marvel made millions off of that, but that's an old idea. All of that was way back in the day. Then they had thunder gods before Thor, African thunder gods. I can't even think of the guy's name. You know, in ancestral Africa on the continent, all that guys look like them. What is it? And now I see the spider, and then you got the Egyptian gods. They all look like animals, some of them, but they was Egyptian. They look African and Egyptian. Now that's from paintings from thousands of years ago and statues from thousands of years ago. So, place that against, in America, we all grew up with a picture of a white Jesus. Even though the story of Jesus will tell you he was from the desert. He's from the same place that they want you to hate a lot of people from over there. The Middle East. When I was growing up, they had so many campaigns against the Middle Eastern people. They're terrorists and they're all this. But the guy you proclaim to be your God is from Bethlehem. He's from man, what is it? He's from Gethsemane. Yeah, look at where all that stuff is at today. It's in the desert. The three wise men traveled across the desert. Moses traveled across the desert. You're not gonna look that pale traveling across no desert, man. You gonna get brown. That's just science and facts. That's just human nature. Right now, there's no way you could live in the desert and be pale like that unless you're living in a cave. If Jesus was no caveman, bro. We know who came from mountains and caves, but you know that's another whole discussion, man. But it all ties into what we're talking about now. It's real, bro. It's real. Like Mark Twain said, God made us in his image, and we made him in our image. Now let me get deeper than just talking about gods. Let's talk about the gods on earth and human flesh that people worship. Because a lot of people get mad at me. I troll all the time. But it's really because I don't give a fuck, man. I don't know none of these celebrities. I don't know none of these politicians. I don't give a fuck about them, just like they don't give a fuck about me. Let's be real. They don't give a fuck about you either. Be real about this. You made them rich. People will worship these rich people, not realizing you going to all their concerts. You supporting them. You streaming all their shit. You giving them views. You paying for albums. We're the ones that put them on that pedestal. How funny is it? We the ones voting them in the office. How funny is it? We have the power to put them in that position, and then when we put them in a position, a lot of people want to look up to them like they greater. But without us, they ain't shit, and that's all of them, man. And I know a lot of the easy term is, "Oh, you a hater." I hear it all the time. You a hater? You jealous? No, jealous is when you wish you could be like somebody. I don't never want to be no president. I don't never want to be no congressman. Bro, in that corrupt ass system, if it was some legit shit, who wouldn't mind trying to help people? That shit ain't about helping. It's about fucking money, nigga. Just be real. It's about money and power. That's what all that shit is about. Money, power, corruption, lies, all that shit go together, bro. Now listen to what I'm saying, man. On some real, bro. Mark Twain is a brilliant guy, the way he put that together, man. This brother said, well, he wasn't a brother like a black, he was a white guy. And that's why a lot of people say, I done heard over years, you racist. No, I just tell the truth about a lot of shit. I fuck with a lot of white people. A lot of them I don't, though. And there's rumors that Twain was a bigot, because coming from the era he came from, he probably was. You know, that's post-slavery. Or he might have been during the end of slavery. I don't know. I don't know the exact time. I read some of this shit before. I like how he write too, his writing style. But this man said, we made God. God made us in his image. We turned around and made. We turned around and made him in our image. And that's sick, bro, if you really think about it. So going back to these celebrities, man, it's funny. Any kind of excursion. It could be T.I. versus Shorty Low. Now, musically and lyrically, I like T.I. better. Recipe Shorty Low. I like some of Shorty Low stuff. But let's say I did pick Shorty Low. Or DMX versus, let's say, Ice Cube, which you know, they never had. But let's say they did. Or anybody that's a lighter rapper. People be shocked like Drake and Kendrick. People be shocked because they like, you light skin yourself. You mix yourself. I don't worship niggas who look like me, bro. A lot of people are doing this world. That's my point of this video. It's not just talking about gods like the white Jesus. People do this every day in real life. Think about this. It could be Nicki and let's say Lil Kim. Not just the fact that a lot of older people grew up listening to Lil Kim, but it could be the brown skin versus light skin mixed girl thing. A lot of people that look like Nicki, they're gonna side with Nicki. A lot of people that look like Kim and they older. A lot of people that's younger, close to Nicki, and now it's Nicki and Cardi and the girl Bill. People are always side with motherfuckers from their era and motherfuckers that look like them. Really look at it. And you don't feel like it's a form of celebrity hero worship and also self-worship? Really think about what I'm breaking down to y'all, man. It's sick to me, man. I sit back and look at that shit all the time. Anytime there's any infraction between the light skins, the brown skins, the dark skins, I'm not looking at that shit because I'm going to tell you what's real, bro. I come from the era. That's why I always stick to my guns when it comes to music and especially bars. I love lyrics, bro. Respect the deck. A lot of niggas that I grew up listening to, it's that colorism bullshit. Motherfuckers like, oh, you pick Cool G Rap, you pick Respect the Deck. They the first two, bro, to really centralize it. I listen to a lot of people, but you know, I was on Hammer. I was on MC Hammer when I was real young. What's the jit? Hold up. Too legit, too quick. I was a little kid. That was my shit. And then, you know, I came from a strict family. They didn't let us listen to hip hop. And went to my cousin in my teens, early teens. Shout out to Vigilante. Shout out to Shice too. You know, they was the first ones I seen at Shice the Individuals. Niggas know from the late 90s, early 2000s. And they did stuff throughout the years. But that era, they was doing shows in there. And it was my cousins, bro, my big cousins. So, Vig from Suffolk, Larry. And then, you know, Shice from P-Town. And them niggas was nice, bro. They still nice, probably. You know, that's one thing, like Jada said, it's like riding a bike, you never lose it. You never lose that talent, bro. When you got talent, you never really lose it. You might get rusty, though. You know, you might not, it's like a boxer. You might not train for a long time. You might get beat by another boxer that been in the gym. Well, ain't no nigga on the street running up on you to you 9 times out of 10, 9.8 times out of 10 and doing shit because you still got that built into you. And that's how it is with that rap shit. Them boys still probably cut heads off if they wanted to. I know I can. I know I still can. And I practice here and there. Not really practice, it's just like Raekwon said, it's just a hobby that we picked up in the lobby. And the thing about a hobby or a craft or a passion, an art form that you really look at as art form, it don't even matter about popularity or, you know, if a nigga threw a beat on right now, some of the most popular motherfuckers is getting aired out. Straight up. That's not even my intention. I'm just saying the skill set, you know what I mean? The skill set and the passion you got for certain shit. Motherfuckers getting aired out. But the thing about life, bro. The thing about life, man. You know, okay, like I said, shout out to my peoples. They was the ones bringing the Onyx tapes, and you know what I mean? That's the Doggy Style first new album. That's the shit that really introduced me and then Pop. But look, when I heard all these brothers, I never seen how they look. bro, we was poor, bro. And then I lived with my grandma when I was younger too. She didn't have no cable TV. We was watching Days of Our Lives. You be sick one day, you sit home with your grandma watching In the Heat of the Night, Virgil Tibbs, and all of them. You know what I mean? Sanford and Son, Good Times. We was watching regular television, 5 channels in VA. Y'all, Suffolk Park. I don't know about other areas. Channel 3, Channel 10, Channel 13 News, 27, 33, and 43. That's the only channels we had, bro. Show my age. This gray hair already show my age, but thank God, you know, people always tell me I don't look the age or look like what I've been through, and I've been through some shit, you know what I mean? But by the grace of God, you know what I mean? The God I believe in, you know what I'm saying? I believe in God, I believe in the higher power, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, do I think he looked like me? I don't know. That's my honest assessment of it. I don't know. Now, it says he's made in our image, so if we believe that Bible, yeah, but it don't say he white. It don't say well, it do say he got hair like wool, skin like bronze, feet like bronze. So that means he probably darker than me. But the thing is I don't really believe that he looked like no European. And it's a reason they changed him. Just like in the pyramids. They shut off the noses. They had big noses. Even the Aztecs, the Mexican pyramids and stuff they got down there in statues, the Olmecs and all them ancient civilizations that was advanced for their time. They defaced all of them. They took all the black features, the big lips. They tried to blow the statue off, like break the lips off the statue, break the nose off the statue. That hate, bro, that hatred that we still say to this day, you know. But the thing is, man, like they said, if God was made in our image, if we was made in God's image, like Mark Twain said, how the freak do you flip it around to God is made in your image? So even looking at, like I said, you can go to wrestling. A lot of my peoples I'm have some on, you know, they love The Rock. The Rock cool with me too. I fuck with The Rock. I fuck with his movies. You know what I'm saying? He seems like a cool dude. But my favorite wrestler of all time is 2 of them. And anybody that say, man, you know, I get that because I call out white supremacy a lot because I call out the head of the snake. White supremacy is the head of the snake. But that don't mean I hate white people because guess what? My favorite wrestler of all time, Stone Cold motherfucking Steve Austin, the rattlesnake, nigga. Come in and bust 2 beer cans like that and dump them and go out there and kick somebody's ass. You know what I mean? He's just a mean motherfucker, bro. And funny, too. He told one dude, he said, skinnier dude, CM Punk, when CM Punk was coming up, Stone Cold told him, man, I dropped you on that stack of dimes you call a neck. Hey, that's a bar right there, bro. He said, because the nigga was skinnier than him, I drop you on that stack of dimes that you call a neck. He said, slam on his head like, that nigga raw, bro. I fuck with Stone Cold, man. You know what I mean? And it was a song I was gonna do a long time ago because I made that alliteration that drawing that similarity. DMX, Stone Cold. They both bald head. They both raw. But X is from the streets and Stone Cold's from the wrestling world and from, you know, I guess he's from Texas. He like the country version, country white version of DMX. DMX is like the black street version, in a way. You know what I mean? They remind me of each other in different ways. It's crazy, yo. You really look at, you know what I mean? They just raw, bro. That to me, them 2 guys are the personification of just raw, bro. They just raw, like. But that's what I'm saying, man. Just because The Rock is Samoan and black like me, a lot of people probably assume I would choose The Rock over Stone Cold, and that's what I'm saying. Like Mark Twain said, we make gods in our image. The people that we look up to, somebody that look like us or act like us. Like I could tell you some of my favorite movies. Tombstone. It's probably my favorite ever movie. That's a Western about European dudes. Colonizers, really, but they cowboys. That's probably my favorite movie of all time. Scarface. He's supposed to have been a Cuban or some kind of immigrant, right, from Central America, South America. He was played by, I think he's Italian, Al Pacino, the great Al Pacino. I love Pacino movies. I love De Niro. So that's what I'm saying about culture and art. And, yo, hats off to them guys, man. And just because a motherfucker look like me, now, the issue we have in America is with representation, because we was never represented properly. Like so many people complain about the comic characters. Why you can't just make some new black characters? Why you can't just make some new Spanish characters? Why you can't just make some new women characters? When comics first came into conception, look this up. They had black comic book companies too. It's just like they had the Negro Leagues, and of course everybody in the uproar about the Negro League records being implemented and how they was blowing out the MLB. But the MLB was mostly white. You know, Babe Ruth played with some black people. He fucked with black people. So salute to him. And that's why I say it's good to know your history, man. Read some books, man. Don't just believe that bullshit you see online, because a lot of niggas can alter shit with AI, or they can just go up there and straight lie, type some shit in, some bullshit, and motherfuckers gonna believe it and run with it. That's the sad part. Go read some actual fucking books, bro, from back in the day. You got books you can read from the 1700s, bro. 1800s, Herman Melville. You know what I mean? I love English literature, bro. I do. I read a lot of different other types of literature too, and other historical stuff. But as far as like writing style, some of my favorites is European. Stephen King. He probably my favorite as far as, you know, writing style, fiction. And do ill, bro. That's an ill motherfucker, bro. But that's what I'm saying, man. You know, Bruce Lee, probably my favorite combat sports dude ever. Now, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, come on, man. And the only reason we probably cling to this so much is because we so underrepresented. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, and I imagine that's the same thing like with the Caitlin Clark thing. But this the difference with us, bro. A lot of people online, I engaged in it for a while, but, you know, everything get old after a while. And then, you know, you arguing with idiots. So after a while, does that make you an idiot too, for arguing with idiots and bigots and irrational, childish, bigoted, biased people? When you argue with somebody like that and you know you're not going to change nothing, you can hit them with all facts and show them proof. They still not going to believe nothing you saying. So after a while, I was like, you know what? Stay in your little bubble of stupidity. Fuck you, man. But I let you know. I already let you know, nigga. And maybe one day you'll go back and look at it 10 years later and it'll sink into your dumb ass. But, you know, the Caitlin Clark thing is the same with the Eminem thing. You can't just jump on this bandwagon, which is hip-hop, when you see a guy that look like you. And I'm going to give you an example. A lot of people probably listen to country now. Yes. Even though that was stolen from us. That was stolen from black people. Elvis and all them admitted it. They stole everything from goddamn Little Richard and them. And before, Chuck Berry and all them brothers before. His name, Fats Domino. Do y'all history and research, man. So Beyonce doing that album is not a reason enough. It might make me listen to it and fuck with it, but it's not enough for me to come into the door of country music and say, Beyonce is better than every country musician that ever did it. Or Lil Nas X is better than, or what's my boy, Shabuzi? I've heard some of his stuff before the Beyonce thing, and I'm glad how she boosts people like him up too. But it's a lot of black country singers that been doing it before Beyonce, and real country fans know that. White or black or whoever, if they really a fan, that's my point. If you really a fan of basketball, period, then the only reason you probably wasn't watching women basketball because you probably a bigot. You probably got something against women. And on top of that, if you do enjoy women basketball and women sports, you won't watch it because there won't no white faces up there. Now you got one, and she scored 3 points a night, man. I ain't hating on her. I'm going to tell the truth, though. Like I saw somebody say, you can't take away from her greatness, but don't act like it's not been people who way better than her that's still playing. And a lot that came before her. Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, Sugar Rogers from Suffolk, Virginia. She from my hometown. Y'all didn't give a fuck about them. But now you see the Great White Hope. Now all of a sudden, oh, she's better than everybody. She must be protected. Fuck that shit, dog. Let her go out there. Hey, I hope the girl do good, man. I ain't no hater to that degree. But just like Eminem, the brother, the dude's successful. But what you said about black women, for one, I don't fuck with that. You diss black women, I never fuck with you for that. And on top of that, if your success is based on white supremacy, these people we talking about Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice, you was a knockoff of MC Hammer, which was a dancing, glamorous, flashy rapper that made pop records. Vanilla Ice is the same thing. Your success is basically copycatting, just like Elvis, just like Eminem. Y'all success is parroting what black people been doing for years. It's the same shit Ray Charles said about Elvis. If y'all go watch that, Ray Charles said, "The king of what?" The guy, I think it was not Tom Brokaw. Who was the one of the famous news telecasting dudes from back in the day? He said, "How you feel about them calling Elvis the king? The king of what?" He said, "Everything he doing, dancing, gyrating, and having these girls screaming and singing a certain way. Black people been doing that for years and years, 100 years. They've been doing that forever. As soon as somebody that look like you come through, now all of a sudden, it's just like me taking interest in Tiger Woods and Serena. Hey, I respect their game. Even Obama, I ain't gonna lie, it make you look, because we so underrepresented in them fields. It's the same mentality, but it's the difference with us. I ain't seen nobody out here running, going crazy behind Serena or Tiger Woods. We really don't go. Look in the crowd. You don't see us in them crowds, like talking about it. We might be some. What's the girl? Coco Gauff. What's the Asian? And I think she Korean and black. Man, shorty that was dating a rapper dude. Corday. I rock with her because she represent her black side too. You know what I mean? And Osaka, is she Asian or Japanese or Korean but Naomi Osaka, I think. Naomi, yeah. Big shout out to them. But this is what I'm saying. It's not gonna make me go to your games. If it did, I would be no better than these races, I feel like. For me to come into your field, now I ain't gonna say it wouldn't bring me into y'all games or interest in your game, but for me to try to come over there and say, oh, this one black person right here is better than 1,000 million people that been playing this for years and not showing none of them great, like golf. I know about what's the guy named Jack Nicholson, because it always remind me of Jack Nicholson, the actor. But it's Jack Nicholson, right? He was golfing for years before. He's very popular, and I heard his name a lot. And other golfers, there's no way I would just go in there and say Tiger Woods better than all of them and don't even know him. That's like, I done got to many arguments about that Eminem shit. Y'all can't even name Black Thought. They like King Los, Sahai the Prince, Locksmith, John Connor. These all brothers that's lyrical, Lupe Fiasco. These lyrical monsters. So if you really cared about the culture and really cared about lyrics, you would know who the fuck they are. That's just like if I really cared about tennis, I would know all these white tennis players. I don't. So me noticing somebody that look like me, that's a real thing, because we underrepresented. So they should notice, like, okay, if you could notice Eminem, but wouldn't it make you want to go back and see who he got a lot of his style from? Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, Snoop. Or, wouldn't it want to make you do that research? Or is the white supremacy in you just that big and great, the racism in you, you just going to pick the first person, the first white face you see and say, oh, he better than all them brothers. Corny as hell, man. So, hey, if you lame like that, that's on you, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. You got a problem, though. you got a serious hater problem in your bloodline. And like I said, man, that's the same mentality, bro, with Elvis. Like Mark Twain said, man, God made man in his image, and man made God. Man turned it around and made God in his image. The guys that you look up to in rap is the people that look like you and represent who you are. I understand it's relatability, but is it that deep that if they don't look like you, you can't even respect them at all? If they don't come from, like, if you can't relate to the art, like, bro, I'm gonna put it like this. I always been a super lyrical, I love lyricists. But Future's that nigga to me, bro. as far as the vibe go and shit I want to sit there and rock to. Draco season in the book bag. You know what I'm saying? Like he got shit, that 56 Nights shit. Like he got Travis Scott. They don't look like me. Their rap styles is nothing like mine. Juicy J, I love 3 6. Their rap styles is way more like southern and way simpler than the way that I rap. But I rock with them niggas. I'd rather hear them a lot of times than the super lyrical niggas because I can get that vibe. You feel me? But if I want to hear somebody spitting some shit, I might listen to some Griselda. That's closer to probably my style and closer to the lifestyle. You know what I mean? That I knew about growing up. The East Coast type lifestyle. Because it's Virginia. I mean, it's South, but it's East Coast too. We right in the middle. People that know. You know what I mean? We right in the middle. It's like East Coast, but it's like the South. You know, the capital of the Confederacy was in Richmond. People know that. What's up? The big homie, Nat Turner. You know, he only like 45 minutes away from where we from, Suffolk. So that should tell you something. How fucking segregated and racist this shit still is out here. But and it's segregated in a different way. It ain't legally segregated where they can say, but it's still separated. If you know, you know. About money mostly, and a lot of times that money line divides culture and race anyway. Because they're going to make sure their people doing good, and some of us can be doing good and trying to adapt and assimilate, and a lot of other ones is still caught out there. And other people, like me, I'm going to get mine, but I'm still with my people. I don't give a fuck what they say or do. And I'm going to get mine too. You know what I mean? And also, I'm not going to turn my back on my people. But yeah, man. Doing better with this shit. I'm proud of myself on this shit. Keeping these shorter and shorter. Because it's something you can ramble on for a long time about. But I said I'm going to start making them, more concise and precise to what I'm trying to say, man. But like Mark Twain said, God made us in his image. And we made God in our image. So I probably post this tomorrow. I'm shooting this on the Sunday. God bless everybody. But I probably post it on the Monday to start the week off. Fuck with me. It's the heart. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on all my shit. You know what I mean? YouTube, especially subscribe, comment, like, send me some comments. You know what I'm saying? I got a few praise. I got a lot of haters that be jumping up here. Random motherfuckers with no pictures on their shit. I'm still going to blast you when I'm in the mood. Sometimes I ain't going to say shit. You know what I mean? But, more than likely. If I got the time, and like what the dude say, I got time today, bro. I be bored a lot, bro. Cause God bless me, man. A lot better than I was, bro, coming up. So I have times a lot of times to participate in the bullshit and the education. Cause that's what it's about a lot of times. Even when you blast motherfuckers, bro, it's an educational lesson. And online, I try not to engage, but especially when I see them ragging on like they so smart and like they know everything, talking about shit they don't know about at all. And shit, they know they fucking lying. Like, I know you fucking lying. I gotta air you out, bro. I gotta show you what time it is. I'm talking to these fucking bigots that run America. Or they the majority in America. Because they don't run shit. God run this world, baby. I mean, people give the devil, I feel like people give the devil the power that he got. And evil and negativity, whatever you believe in and define it as. But God, man, I got faith. I believe in that higher power, and I believe he got that power, man. But people give more over to the negativity, and it's the power of choice. So you got a choice to go negative or positive. So there's way more people I feel like being selfish that's gonna choose negative. I can't blame God for that. You know what I mean? I can't blame God for that because we got the free will. There's enough money out here, enough people out here, man. Everybody could be doing good, yo. But the name of the game worldwide is to exploit the less powerful people to make the few rich and the few powerful even more powerful. That's a deep jewel too. We'll get into that one day. But yo, God bless everybody out there. Think about what I said, man. What the man Mark Twain said. I ain't no biter. I give it up. I give it up to who. I'll give credit to who. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't from that era. Like, even if I quoted some bars in my raps, I'm gonna say like such and such said. Niggas don't even do that, so you know they ain't gonna tell you who they got their jewels from. I don't heard motherfuckers tell me some shit. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And the algorithm and probably the phone just listen to you anyway. I seen times a motherfucker say something that seemed deep, Turn right around, I see somebody quoting that shit like George Carlin or something, the famous comedian. Yeah, nigga said some shit like that last week that was kind of deep. And then I saw a George Carlin clip. He said the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck? I seen it almost immediately. I seen it almost an hour after, probably a little more than an hour after the nigga said that shit. I'm like, motherfuckers get exposed every day, bro. Like, stop quoting. Because all this shit, bro, you might see somebody say something similar to what I'm saying, but it's coming from my heart, man. That's why I call this shit heart talk, man. It's coming from my mind, my heart. Just like my bars. When I write, I used to write stories and shit. Everything I do is all about originality, individuality, creativity, and enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? Like shining a light on shit, knowledge, wisdom. You know what I mean? That's what I live for. And I love to be entertained. I love to have fun too. That's why I troll a lot, joke a lot, laugh a lot, live longer that way. But yeah, the man Mark Twain said, God made us in his image, and we turn around and make God in our image. So think about all the gods in your life and all the gods that people worship in certain ways. Niggas get mad when I talk how I talk, but I talk how I talk. You know what I'm saying? If you looking at motherfuckers like they greater than you worshiping them in some way. I don't look at nobody. I don't care if a motherfucker got $1 billion chain on. If you a piece of shit, you a piece of shit. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck if you walking down the street. If you a real nigga, I respect you. You a real woman, I salute you. You know what I'm saying? But everybody ain't like that. You know what I mean? People love to put people on pedestals, and like I said, God made us in his image, and a lot of motherfuckers they turned it right back around and made the God in their image. So what's the image of the drug dealer on the block, the pimp, the hustler, the dude with 4 chains on? Is that the God that you made in your image? That's who you want to look like? The rapper that you like, is there somebody that reflect your lifestyle? Which is nothing wrong with reflecting or making an aspiration, I feel like. But I feel like if you tell me who rap better, if you ask me who rap better, Ice-T, we can go old school with it. Let's say Ice-T. We can do new school with it. If you ask me who rap better, G Herbo, which I fuck with some of G Herbo shit. You know what I mean? I ain't even no real big. He way younger than me. I'm gonna do this for the young generation. 'Cause I can use a lot of old examples. G Herbo or Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry is brown, dark skinned guy, and G Herbo is lighter than me. A lot of motherfuckers expect me to say G Herbo because he looks similar to me. That's that shit of making God in your image. G Herbo is trash compared to lyrically. I'm talking about rap wise. Now, Denzel got songs too, but he a little more weird probably. Denzel Curry. So G Herbo, if you niggas going to the club, you know, in the trap, whatever, especially young niggas, I can see how they'll rock more with. But you can't tell me that man don't even rap on beats a lot of times. Not just him though. But that's what I'm saying. Just because I'm a light skin, technically they would classify me as a light skinned nigga. Don't expect me to always rap with the light skinned niggas. I fuck with Steph Curry. Cause he talented, bro. Cause that motherfucker shoot lights out. But I see people saying Curry versus LeBron, man, that's two different. LeBron, I feel like is an overall dog though. You know what I mean? Curry is nice though. He nice for his size. He's short though, and he's more of a shooter. You know what I mean? He can drive too, but he's more of a shooter. LeBron is up there with Jordan and, you know, AI. I feel like it's Jordan. Well, of course you had Magic in them before, Dr. J, Wilt Chamberlain. But from after that era, you got, of course, okay, Larry Bird, Magic. But you got Jordan that just started that whole beast level. This is how I look at it. Jordan, Kobe, AI, and then LeBron. Now Curry is a special dude. He changed the game with the shooting and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I look at them other 4 guys like, you know. So just because Curry light skinned, some motherfuckers feel like, oh, I should put him over. And that's what I'm saying. People is turning, like Mark Twain said. You changing that person to your personal God because they look like you. Or just like Biggie. I love Biggie Smalls. I love Pac. I don't look like neither one of them niggas, bro. I don't rap like neither one of them niggas, dog. I love them niggas probably more than 98% of the rappers, bro. Big L, they in my top 3 or 4 percentile. Big L, Biggie, Pop, Nas. I don't really resemble none of them niggas, bro. I'm not from the areas they from. A lot of niggas from New York City, Cali, Andre 3000. So that's what I'm saying, man. I just be real about it. And not just in the hip hop world, like I said, wrestling, sports. I guess I'm supposed to ride with Jason Momoa when it comes to superheroes, right? Because he's Samoan too. Roman Reigns. With sports, Jason, what's his name? Troy Polamalu. Hey, they Samoans. I respect them niggas, man. And of course, all the niggas that play, but that don't determine your skill level, though, man. Just because you look like me or I look like you, that don't determine your, or we from the same, that don't determine the skill level. So, yo, big shout out to everybody out there. I hope it won't too deep with the musings. Musings just shit I'm thinking about. You know what I mean? But, hey, it is what it is, man. God bless, man. Heart talk. Peace.